Well, I hope you can feel that buzz of anticipation at home where you are. This is the start of the serious stuff for the afternoon. Knockout from here on in. The teams that lose, they pack their bags and head for the stands to enjoy the rest of the action. Referee Ray Megson signals the beginning, and it's Philip Saena who begins. Western Samoa in the blue against Fiji in the white. Fiji, the defending champions. It's a knock-on early on by Fiji. Now, some of these Pacific Islands nations have very, very vigorous rivalries indeed. And we saw yesterday the Tongans play the Western Samoans. That was a good game. Out it comes in the backs. Kapusi Salesa, a high ball to Lolani Koko, who's dispensed with a lot of the bandage he had yesterday, but still is guarding a leg problem. It's on the Blues side. Oh, the referee didn't see hands in there, but you could see it where you were. Junior Paramore put a kick in that was blocked by Rasari. And now they've lost it forward again. Danny Calliope lost it forward. And Paramore just patting his Fijian opposite number, Vesi Raulini. Paramore, number 1, 2, and 3 in the front row. Down they go. Number 6 for Fiji is Poliasi Tambulutu. What a good distributor of the ball he's been. Look out for number 7, Noa Nadruku. He scored 7 tries yesterday. This is Sarevi, the man who didn't do a lot yesterday, almost as if he was saving himself for today. He's kicked this through. This is Paramore, chased by Sarevi. And Paramore just got that kick in like a soccer player kicking behind for the corner kick, for the goal kick. So the Fijians put the early pressure on Western Samoa. That's Rasari. That's Poliasi. That's Saena. Oh boy, it's tough. Look at Apollo Perolini there and Maseki Rasari.
Good people standing on the tarmac road.
So scrum inside the 22. Very important to watch the seconds. 2 minutes 01. Saena back to Salesa. Caught there by Raulini, Vesti Raulini. So the game hasn't broken open in the first 2¼ minutes. Remember, 7 minutes each way. That's all. It's explosive action. As we look on the Fiji bench, you know, the Fijian Prime Minister, they were so proud of this team when they won last year that the Prime Minister and the President are here, and a lot of the High Council of Chiefs. This is Noa Nadruku. He's lost the ball. Claimed by Vayaga. This is Vayaga, the man of enormous speed, and he skipped away from Sarevi. Vayaga scores the first try under the posts. It's a breakout for Western Samoa. Look at the speed he went. It wasn't a very good attempt, was it, by Wasali Sarevi and Vayaga. Look at the lovely running style of these Polynesians. Their legs bounce across the grass. They love it when it's hard and fast can run. And believe me, Vayaga can run. That's 4-0. And the try scorer, Vayaga. He comes from the city of Auckland in New Zealand, but he is very much a Western Samoan, of course. And the kicker is Philip Saena. He's a player who's from the islands in Western Samoa. Chips it through for 6-0. And the Blues of Western Samoa are delighted. They're away to a great start. So that's got them buzzing in the stands. Fiji are the outright favourites for this event. I think it was even money in the paper the other day here in Hong Kong. Up they go. Apollo Perolini is number 2. Paramore is number 3. Poliasi number 6. These magnificent athletes, these Pacific Islanders. There's Junior Paramore. To throw now is Danny Calliope. He's from the Maris Club in Auckland. He's a lefty. You see that? Cack-hander, as we say, down there in New Zealand. Good hands, look sort of like basketball passing between the two. Oh, look at that big hit there on Raulini. Oh, boy, they're going at it with a will, these two teams. Time gone is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. 7 minutes each way. Philip Saena. Look at the way the shoulders of these 6 men crash against each other in the scrums. Rosario is number 1. Raulini, down they go. Enormous pressure there. This occupies time, of course, the starting and resetting of these scrums. Paramore on the near side for Western Samoa. They lead 6-0. Out to Tafusi Salesa. This is Lolani Koko. Got it behind him. Salesa. It wasn't knocked forward, or was it? Oh, the referee has said that the Fijian players were offside. It's a penalty, and the referee should have given them 10 more metres because the Fijian player tried to knock the ball out of the kicker's hands before the penalty was taken. Paramore. The Western Samoans are in the ban again. This is Apollo Perolini. He's supported by Tafusi Salesa. He doesn't realise there was a man beside him, but it didn't matter. The referee said it was a forward pass. Tafusi Salesa, the veteran. My word, these Samoans are playing well. Apollo Perolini got it away. Yes, it did go forward. Good call by referee Ray Mexon. Look at the Australians in the background. They have to play the winner of this game. They're watching with interest. The Fijians aren't quite so sure at the moment. Poliasi, Serebi, Noa Nadruku for the first time. A loop on Serebi. Casual play. Tomasi Thama's got the ball across behind the post. The referee says 5-metre scrum. There's Tomasi Thama. That's the first time the ball's gone his way in this quarterfinal, and the Fijians look rattled to me. They are not at all sure of themselves at the moment. The Western Samoans are really into this. Here's Sa'ina, number 7. Time gone is 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And here's a chance for the Fijians. You know, in a 15-a-side game, if you're stacked up against your own goalpost like that, and you have a scrum put in, you'd probably rush the ball to your first 5/8, the fullback, and clear it to touch. Here, they may try anything. Let's watch. That's Poliasi. This is Serebi. Oh, nice pass by Serebi. But they're still looking confused. They're right behind their own goalpost. Look at Noa Nadruku break out. This is the halfway line. This is Tomasi Thama. What a brilliant score for the Fijians and Tomasi Thama. They look a little happier on the bench now. You recognise their running style of Tomasi Thama. What a breakout by Noa Nadruku. He throws the ball inside, and look at Tomasi Thama. When he thinks there's someone behind him, he begins to hop and skip and bring his knees up to keep his heels away from the flying tacklers. That was the goal line there, where they're playing this funny business behind the line. And look at Tomasi Thama. He was down on his knees when the movement started. Away goes Noa Nadruku. Tomasi Thama is staying on his right. Oh, what a breakout by Noa Nadruku. He burst up towards the halfway, handed it on to this man, and he skipped away as he did last year in that final against New Zealand. What a brilliant score. Western Samoans were on top. They'll be rocked by that. Serebi just sneaks the ball over the goal post. You know, look at this. Oh, he just squeezes it out. It's 6-all. That's half-time. What a second half we're going to see in this game. Fiji and Western Samoa, the Pacific rivals, are locked at 6-all at the end of the first 7 minutes. Well, out come the replacements with the water bottles. It's a lovely fine afternoon, but it'll be warm. But these Pacific Island fellows won't worry too much about that. They'll be fairly pleased with the conditions. And there's Nico, number 8, who's come from the sideline with a few instructions. Well, we had the try by Tuvayaga, and that was a sensation. And then from behind their own goal line, you saw it. Bouncing the ball from hand to hand behind their own goal line. They got the 103-metre runaway try because it started just behind the goal line, didn't it? Oh, boy. Second half of this game is going to be a cracker. And just remember, there are 3 other thrilling quarterfinals to come in the Cup Series. There's the Barbarians against Australia, Scotland against Canada, and New Zealand against France. So there are Western Samoa. They were on top for 95% of that first half. But Serebi and Noa Nadruku and finally Tomasi Thama engineered a try, a magic try, to level it all up at 6-all. Knockout rugby. Cup quarterfinals. Waisali Serebi kicks out. The second half begins. His kick deep to the in-goal area. Restart at the 22. which will be interesting because it means that the Samoans have to kick back towards the Fijians and they have a good chance of getting the possession. Listen to the noise of the crowd. There is an awful lot going on the field and being discussed and debated at length in the stands. Well, the Samoans are taking their time, and this is going to be a tight game. It may be that one score will make the difference. A big pass. Now, the referee may make a penalty here for time wasting. Earlier in the day, we saw that. They try to find a gap along the 22 to make the kick. Coco with the ball. Now to Vinaka. And the referee has made a penalty for time wasting. And that's a good call by referee Ray Megson. How silly of the Samoans to do that when, in fact, that has happened earlier in the game. And no doubt Serevi will have a kick at goal. You can do all you like in the grandstands, but there's a lot of winning to be done here. And so Serevi will have a kick for goal. That was time wasting along the 22. They should have kicked the ball before that. They were mucking around, trying to find a space to make the kick. And referee Megson called the penalty. So Serevi will kick. He's a good little goal kicker, but boy, he's very casual. Some of his kicks yesterday were going 10 feet 3 inches. You see the bar there? It's 10 feet above the ground. Let's see how he gives this one a thump. Or someone has charged. That's naughty. He'll have another shot if it misses. It goes over. So it's going to count as 3 for Fiji. One of the Western Samoans charged the penalty, which you're not allowed to do. You can charge a conversion attempt of a try. So they would have got a second kick there if Serevi had missed it. But he didn't. It went over for 9-6 now. Western Samoa must get back into this game. They've done a silly thing there to allow that penalty to be taken. And really, I think they should get on with the game rather than digging sandcastles in the middle of the field. Time is so precious here. Seconds are ticking away while Philip Saina lines this up. 2 minutes and 15 seconds gone of the second half. And just remember, a try will get the Samoans back in the lead. Paramore and Rosari. Junior Paramore's got it. He's held on to possession. But now it's gone beautifully to Nderi, the captain. Oh, and here's Noa Nadruku, and he's away. What a superb player, what a great run. And Noa Nadruku gets try number 8 in a little over 24 hours of 7-a-side rugby. Noa Nadruku, the brilliant runner, the explosive man from yesterday's action, bursts away from a loose pass, which was claimed by his captain, Ali Ferretti Nderi. And there is the loose pass claimed by Nderi, and then on to Noa Nadruku. He has got bursting speed, and away goes the Fijian flyer, and he'll go in under the posts. He's got 3 tries, then 4 yesterday, and now 1 today. Makes 8. Serevi, well, that's made a difference. 13 points to 6 becomes 15 points to 6. And Vaisuai on the sideline be a little happier, a little sadder rather than he was earlier, as Serevi adds the conversion. A substitute, a player has gone off hurt. Now let's have a look and see who went off hurt. I think it was Noa Nadruku who went off hurt. The man who scored the try, Noa Nadruku, has gone off hurt, and Nico Imbalavarata, with arguably the longest legs ever seen in rugby union, has come onto the field. Let's see if he gets a run. There's the kick out. It's gone too far. That's happened an awful lot in this tournament. It's almost like kicking towards the grandstands. It makes it a bit hard to judge. That's 8 or 9 kicks that have done that in the 2 days of rugby. So the Samoans have gone right off the boil in the last moments of the first half and here in the second. Those seconds are ticking away. 4 minutes and 15 of the second half. There's a ball boy on the field. We can't start the game until he's off. Olias. Yeah, the good stuff. Keep him right back. That's his thoughts. Coco's struggling with going back. Nico's coming at him hard. And Lolani Coco had to play the ball across the touchline. The Western Samoans are right off the game at the moment. The balance has tipped right over in favour of the Fijians, and it did it with that runaway try from 102 metres late in the half. There's the work being put in on Noa Nadruku so that he can be there for the next game, because they look like they've got the winning of this one. This is Junior Paramore. What's he going to do? Serevi going at him. There's no support for Paramore, holding the ball in one hand. It's been lost by Apollo Perolini. This is Kalliopa, 10-metre mark in Fiji territory. Poliasi swung out now to Nico. Now look at the big legs of Nico go here. He's a beautiful runner. Nico is waiting for the bounce. Philip Saena plays it, but Nico played it a bit hard. Or has he? He got there. My word, what a contest that was. Nico Mbalavarata has scored the try. I don't think the Fijian managers were watching. They were tending to Noa Nadruku. Their substitute has scored a try. And there is no better example as you look at the replay. A rugby ball is a funny shape, and it can bounce in any direction. Now, this one looked like it was going to go across the dead ball line, but it bounced in a funny direction parallel to the dead ball line. And Nico dived in and got the try ahead of Tubayaga. Look at that. He played it again, and he looked as though he'd played it too hard. You can see he gave up there, didn't he? But then he suddenly changed his mind when he saw the way the ball was bouncing, and he sped up, and it bounced along the line instead of across it, and the try was scored. Oh, what a game. 19 points to 6. This is live action as Serevi does one of his little chips. 21-6. It's a walk away now for the Fijians. They're into the semi-finals. Stay with this coverage and you'll see them again once and maybe twice as this thrilling Fijian team clear up the Western Samoans there. They're very disappointed there. That's Brian Lima to the right. They started so well getting that first try by Tubayaga, chipping the goal and going to a 6-0 lead. And this is Saena kicking out now at 21-6 down. Live rugby action on TVB Pearl. The best of World Sevens. The Fijians are on the field. They're the favourites for the tournament. They looked a bit shaky early on. But how do they look now, folks? Poliasi into Rasari. That's Raulini. This is Serevi. He's got men inside and out. A wild one. That's Timothy Waningolo's on the field. We didn't see him come on, number 4. Somebody else has gone off. Here is Saena. This is Bayaga. All the Samoans have let themselves down a bit. Just going off the boil in the second half. Very near the end now. And the game is over. A marvellous performance by Fiji. They conceded the first try